People have been curious about the meaning of childhood for ages. Modern developmental psychology has its roots in Europe, so let's start by exploring some early European ideas about childhood. John Locke believed that all children are being born with their mind being like a blank slate or tabula rasa, and that everything a child learns comes from the environment. He emphasized that the environment is especially influential in a child's early years because he thought the mind is most flexible during this time. Depending on their surroundings and what child's behavior got rewarded or punished, a child can grow up to be a surgeon or a killer, an actor or a fraud. Locke's ideas set the stage for the behavior perspective on human development by Pavlov, Skinner, and Bandura. Rousseau didn't think children were blank slates. Instead, he thought that children are born with certain talents and potential, which they develop as they grow. This growth happens through experience and learning. Kids naturally know what is right and what is wrong. Rousseau's main idea is that education should align with a child's natural abilities and let them discover things on their own. This is different from the traditional model where the teacher is an authority figure who teaches a set curriculum. Rousseau's developmental ideas were followed by cognitive developmental approach theorists like Montessori and Piaget. Van Herder believed that everyone is born into a specific cultural community with a shared language and historical traditions. These shared practices then affect how the members of the community think. Van Herder was against trying to impose one culture's values on another. Instead, he argued for cultural relativism, which is the idea that each culture should be looked at and evaluated on its own merits. His ideas had a big impact on later sociocultural theories in developmental psychology. Charles Darwin believed that all human behavior came from our evolutionary past. While this theory hasn't stood the test of time, Darwin made a significant contribution to developmental psychology in another way. He wrote and published the first systematic study of developmental psychology called A Biographical Sketch of an Infant. This study was based on the development of his son, William Erasmus, whom he affectionately called Hoddy Doddy, a family nickname. Darwin embraced his new role with enthusiasm, which was quite different from the typical Victorian father. He was very fond of his son and didn't mind holding him, kissing him, or bathing him. He was genuinely excited about every little developmental step his son took, both as a loving dad and a brilliant researcher. He was just as fascinated by the magic of human development as he was by his love for his son. Darwin also showed a non-tradition for a Victorian man and a scientist approach. He gathered data from others. This gave him access to a home life, revealing a stage of a life that was often overlooked by male naturalists.